Hello everybody and all aboard to Chef's Choice. What is going on in Eurovision Europe at the moment? 4 new songs have been chosen during the past week for the Eurovision Song Contest in Lisbon. Or let's say 3 new songs, because 2 of them aren't as new as they should be to compete in the contest and kind of only count as half a song each. But let's see how Belarus, Denmark, Greece and Italy place in my ranking. If you'd like to know how my ranking system works, you can check out the video up here. And of course I'm reviewing all the other songs as well, and there are still a lot missing. So please subscribe to my channel if you'd like to hear my upcoming reviews. Now let's talk about the songs. I start with the 2 actual new songs, Denmark and Greece. Denmark. When I listened through the possible songs for Denmark, I liked Rasmussen's Higher Ground, but I thought that there were better options. What I didn't expect was how well the staging can work in its favor. After seeing the national final performances, I have to admit that he deserved to win. The staging and the singer as a person bring the song to life for sure. It has an extremely catchy melody and creates its own atmosphere on stage. And Rasmussen's voice fits in really well, while I have to say it's not the hardest song to sing. To me, the whole package still feels a little bit too much like a Viking Disney movie though. I wish there was a little bit more Game of Thrones and a little less Moana. Meaning a little more edginess would do it good. It also feels like it's part of a whole musical rather than its own song. But I'm quite sure that it will qualify for the final, and for now it places quite high on my list, because it will fit in well with the whole aquatic theme of this year's Eurovision as well. Greece. It was a very sudden release yesterday when Greece announced Gianna Terzi with Oneiro as their contestant. But winning a national selection just because the 2 only other contestants weren't able to compete because their record companies couldn't pay the application fee isn't a good start. I like Gianna's voice, and based on a live video from 9 years ago, she seems to be able to hold her pitches. And based on Greece's history of interesting stagings, which might play well with the style of the song, I would guess that the bigger struggle they will face is the quality of the song itself. I find it kind of boring, and while it doesn't feel dated, it doesn't shout currentness either. So my guess is that it will play somewhere along the middle in the end, and qualification largely depends on the competition in its semi-final. Italy. I was looking forward so much to Italy's choice of contestant, but I was a little disappointed this year. Usually I really love Italy's songs as well as the performers, but this year I'm underwhelmed. Ermal and Fabrizio have the potential for a very current staging, even though I thought their styling in Sanremo wasn't the best they can do. But the song itself is very monotone, and to me personally, it's Italy's worst song of the past few years. It feels very Italian, which is great, and it surely is well made, but it doesn't excite me. And what actually really annoys me is this.
Questa è la mia vita che va avanti oltre tutto ed oltre la gente.
So clearly this isn't an accident. Apparently one of the authors of Non mi avete fatto niente is also the author of Silence, which is the other song you just heard. Of course you can't really steal your own song, and as far as I could find out, this song hasn't really been published to a larger audience, so it's probably legitimate to use in a contest, but if a songwriter is so desperate and uncreative that he has to use the same chorus twice, it's a shame. But anyway, they can still make the top 10 because the overall quality is there to support it. Belarus. I made it clear in my video about Belarus' national selection that I'm not happy with all the drama that surrounded it. Not only did Alekseev use a song that he performed several times in front of a large audience, but there's also the issue that the chorus sounds a lot like this one. Now, of course, it's only these two lines that have the same melody, so I'm not sure if this already counts as plagiarism, but at least it makes it clear that there's not much originality or innovation in his song. His voice also sounds completely different and oftentimes pitchy when he sings live. The English chorus that he squeezed into the melody that was initially composed for Russian lyrics feels forced, and the performance with his LED suit that makes him almost blend in with the background doesn't make any sense at all. So there are a lot of issues for me, and I'm not happy about his choice. Unless they make a lot of improvements within the next 2.5 months, I don't think that there's enough quality to deserve a qualification. Now let's look at my current ranking. Denmark shares fourth place with Albania, Italy squeezes in on 7th, Greece on 8th with the UK, and Belarus on 11th place. But with over 30 songs missing, there's still a lot that can happen. Now, what are your thoughts on the new songs this week? Tell me in the comments below. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!